Hi, I'm Dr. John Duncan. Welcome to LSTD 5153, Ethics in Interprofessional Health and Human Services. We're going to read a really interesting textbook, and I spent some time actually trying to figure out which book to use, and my decision was really based on picking a book that had the things that you need all in one volume rather than have several volumes of different kinds of work assigned. And I think this particular book, Healthcare Ethics in a Diverse Society, does that fairly well. Brannigan and Boss actually are the authors and editors of that. We're going to approach healthcare ethics from a number of different perspectives. And I think first of all, what I can say is that I can't teach you ethics. I can't teach you how to behave morally. That's an individual existential thing that you do in your life. What I can present for you here in this class and teach you is how to look at issues in life, issues in your professional life, and recognize the ethical dimension of that particular situation, and then how to deliberate and think and make decisions by using ethical theories and ethical information that we've learned over the years from the great thinkers. So the first part of our course is going to be covering the major ethical theories, things like virtue ethics and Aristotle, what's called deontological ethics or intention ethics with Immanuel Kant, and utilitarianism, the best good for the greatest number, would be John Stuart Mill and Jeremy Bentham. Those are some of the thinkers that we'll talk about in this first section of the class. And I think we'll integrate that with a way of understanding critical thinking. So at the very first, you're going to learn a method. You're going to learn some theories, theoretical background, and then you're going to be able to apply these theories to actual cases and dimensions of healthcare ethics as we move through the course. Briefly, if we look at Plato, and we find that Plato in the Republic talked about, he told actually a story about the Gyges ring. And the Gyges ring is a special ring that if you turn it around, it makes you invisible. And the question that he raised there is, if we could make ourselves invisible, would we be moral? Would we act morally? And so I think the lesson we learn from Plato is in order to act morally, we have to act as if everything that we do is going to be disclosed, that everything that we do is transparent. And so that transparency would be one of the major areas of ethical consideration. When I'm trying to make a decision about whether something's right or wrong to do in a medical situation or a healthcare situation, I definitely need to think about, is this transparent? If it came out and it were on the news tomorrow, would I be comfortable with that? Would I have made the right decision? Could I look in anyone's face and say I've made the right decision? So I think that's an example of one of the principles that we will learn in this first section. The second section is actually going to deal with the healthcare professional's relationship to patients. This is a situation where you have a lot of power over an individual, and there's a particular kind of relationship. So we're going to look at that relationship from many different perspectives and try to figure out where ethical problems might emerge, where the ethical principles really lie in that social structure. And so I think this will help you in any dimension of healthcare to be able to understand and be able to recognize those issues. And in the third section, what we're going to do is actually take up some specific areas where there's quite a lot of debate about ethics, things like abortion, abortion rights, and genetic engineering, animal and human experimentation, euthanasia and end-of-life decisions, organ transplants. Those are some of the areas where there's been quite a lot of ethical debate. And you'll have to weigh in on some of that and understand sort of the lay of the land, because if you're in this profession, you're certainly going to need to know at least where the landscape lies as far as the major ethical decisions, the major legal decisions that have been made in a certain area. And so hopefully this section will prepare you for that. And then finally you'll put it all together. You'll be taking a problem throughout the course as a continual project and you'll put all of this information together into a research study where you pick the topic and then you develop the ethical analysis of that. So hopefully it'll be a challenging course and it'll be fun for you. If I can help in any way, you can call me. My telephone number, cell phone, is 405-613-7474. I keep office hours. Those vary from semester to semester. I'll post those on the web page and on the D2L site. I can be reached by phone, or you can come by and visit with me if you're nearby. But I hope this is challenging, and I'm here to help you. I hope that you have a great time in the class. Thank you.